Yeah, so this is part 2 of the podcast. We had a little recording issue at
Technical
around 30
difficulties.
minutes in and lost a bunch of footage. We were
Good
just chilling.
footage too, man.
Yeah, man. Making fun of Sean.
Yeah.
But yeah, when the camera went off, we were just talking about
Zion Williamson.
yeah,
Literally.
yeah.
Banging you, dude.
Nothing but Zion. What he had for breakfast.
How much does he weigh? Do you
How
think?
he picks up a
I
cow
think
and
he's
takes
like
a bite
280, right?
Yeah.
And how tall is he? 6'7"?
6'8".
6'8".
His
Dude, he's
wingspan
bigger
is
than
probably
LeBron.
more real.
Like weight-wise, I think.
What's LeBron like? 250, 260?
250. Yeah, right.
He's probably
Roughly, yeah.
down,
And they said apparently in high school LeBron never lifted weights regularly.
Well, he looked skinny in high school, and then he was
Oh
just
yeah,
like,
he just was a genetic.
Have you never
freak.
seen his jersey in high school? He was swimming in it.
yeah,
Literally
yeah.
swimming in it, yes.
Oh my god.
that's so dope.
Imagine like a long day of
That
algebra
was like a
2 and
cool,
you're guarding LeBron James.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Wait, what was
It
it?
was like when you have to guard LeBron James in high school after a long day of algebra 2.
Yeah, you're just like, what the
It's
fuck?
just like LeBron dunking on like a bunch of seniors who are
Yeah.
much shorter than him, and he's like 15.
Yeah, it's just so
You gotta
fucking
go home and
crazy.
just do your homework. You have to pay no
I know.
Yeah.
That was crazy though. Like he was that one guy who really lived up to all the hype. Because I remember, I mean, I wasn't like, I was like 3 or 4 when he was in high school, but like, apparently, he was an icon, national
Yeah.
icon. Everybody knew who he was, and
That's the cool thing about basketball is that like where like football, I feel like you learn a lot of household names in college, and like shit like that. In high school or like in basketball, you just learn people straight out of high school and like they're like national
yeah, like
stars.
LeBron got drafted right out of high school.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Dwight Howard did.
Yeah. Did you see the thing that came out? It was on SportsCenter. They were talking about how KD and LeBron are similar. Like, LeBron left this team
In
and-
Miami.
Or no, he
Or
left.
Cleveland.
Yeah, Cleveland.
For
and
Miami.
then yeah, KD left for Golden State. They win a championship, right?
Mhm.
Become MVP. Then they both lose against Kawhi Leonard, and that next year.
And it kills their three-peat.
Yeah, and then that next year, you go to another team and now KD's in
The Nets. Yeah.
and then LeBron's in the Lakers, and they were just showing like how LeBron's more of a self-centered person, and KD can like wander off in his own world, and I'm like, yeah, that's such a fact.
Yeah.
KD would have so much more money if he knew what he was doing with like sponsorships and everything.
Oh yeah. I mean, he's still got
Why?
a
What
max
is he- what is
contract
he-
with one
what is he
Achilles.
like?
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's just even with the
I
shoes,
don't
man.
think it'll be the same.
Really?
Yeah,
Who wanted to give him a
after-
huge contract?
after-
What's
No,
the-
he has a good contract with
Yeah.
Nike,
It's
but
tough
like
to tell.
he
4
he doesn't
years.
promote himself like how LeBron does. Like LeBron doesn't now like think about it. LeBron makes so much money. He has a school, first off, that
Yeah.
he like donates and stuff. He does movies now, and like he's on the Lakers.
Yeah.
Like-
he's
Well, that's why I wanted to go to LA so he can be a movie star. Like,
Yeah, and also his son too. His son was gonna go to a school in LA.
yeah.
And if you think about it, like LA's a perfect place at his age, like AAU ball,
yeah.
all the colleges around.
Opportunity.
Like,
Yeah.
Bronny.
and he's good.
Yeah.
He's
dude.
good. Him and
What-
Dwayne Wade's son are
Yeah.
good.
Sharif.
Yeah.
Sharif O'Neal. Shaq's
Sharif's
son.
not good. Or-
How old is Shaq's son?
I think he's in college now. Like
Yeah.
18
He
or
was-
19.
That's dope. as
He was
shit.
at UCLA this year, but
Yeah.
he couldn't play.
He had heart surgery, right?
How big is he?
I don't know if he's.
I think he's a little bit shorter than Shaq.
And
Yeah.
I think he's skinnier.
He's a lot skinnier.
Yeah, like-
He's like
Shaq's just a dog.
trying to
Yeah.
Think of how
Who's
much.
Shaq's wife? Or like, what's the mom look like?
I
Is she
have no
tall?
idea. Yeah, I've actually
know.
never seen his wife,
Yeah.
and like that's like the
Oh no,
crazy part.
he's towering over.
Yeah.
That's funny as shit.
You ever see Chris Bosh's wife?
Nah.
Oh yeah. Let me see if I can.
Was she
Jesus,
short?
Can't wait for this.
Yeah. Alright. Alright, so she's wearing high heels. But
Jesus.
yeah. Dinosaur.
That's some crazy shit.
The Land Before Time.
Yeah. I miss Chris Bosh, dude.
Yeah, he was funny.
Yeah, he's.
He made basketball
I miss
funny.
that Heat team with Dwayne,
Yeah, that was
LeBron,
sick.
Bosh,
And
Ray
Bosh.
Allen.
That was a good team.
They were like the big
Mario
three
Chalmers.
guys. They were like the.
Is this Shaq's wife? Oh wait, no, it says new girlfriend in the headline, but
Charles like Shaq. I fucked your girlfriend.
he's like, shocked you'd have 0 rings. Chuck's like, all right, well, you played with Kobe Bryant and Dwayne Wade, and I didn't, so you.
Do they actually say that shit to each
Yeah,
other?
they had that argument the one time, and Shaq was like, well, Charles, you can't talk about this because you've only been to the finals once. He's like, well, you were riding Kobe Bryant's coattail and Dwayne Wade's coattail. Shaq was like, no, Chuck, you suck. Shaq was like, I got 3 finals MVPs. I got 4 if you need to borrow one.
Does he actually?
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah.
Shaq was a
Yeah,
good one.
Shaq's got,
Yeah.
Kobe's got 5 rings.
Yeah.
He was a killer.
I guess Shaq he was still in shape when he was.
Oh, yeah.
When he was younger.
Like, him and Kobe just would dominate the league.
Like I used to think about like how I don't know. I used to think about how I'd see Shaq and be like, oh, he's just like this big, huge, like humongous dude, and then like I was watching like the Dream Team documentary or something. And I saw a young Shaq in there somewhere, and he was just fucking like fit as shit. And him and Charles Barkley were like fucking just big ass like fit dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now you look at Shaq and Charles Barkley, they're just like fucking.
Yeah, now in
goofies.
CNC, they're both just like fat.
Did you see like Charles Barkley golfing?
Yeah.
Like the most awkward swing ever. And like
Barkley's funny, dude.
he said something. It was on Barstool Sports. Like he goes to hit the ball, and he's like, he said something like, "You motherfucker."
Barkley is so
Everybody
funny.
started laughing.
I
and
love when
shit.
he's on the McDonald's commercials.
Yeah.
He's like,
yeah,
"You gonna
that's
finish that burger?"
Yeah.
We should go to Top Golf. Do you know how funny that'd be?
Yeah.
I
let's
was
go
looking
Top
at
Golf.
that today.
Yeah,
man.
I'll put.
Dylan
I've
comes in, he goes, all right, guys, I played golf before. He brings his own set of clubs.
Really? They just
Can you
give you
imagine?
clubs there, right?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I think you can bring it in, too.
Yeah.
I went once, and at one point I was getting so mad because I had,
Right.
like, no points. I just started picking the ball up and throwing it.
Yeah.
Like,
Dude,
I was
I've
just
never
like,
played golf
this.
before.
Yeah.
It's
I've-
hard, bro.
Yeah.
I took 2 lessons when I
Mini
was
golf
I
6.
played
is
mini. I played mini
golf's
golf.
different, bro.
Mini golf.
Yeah, it's
that's
just
like
putting.
that's
Yeah.
putt, dude. But
So you
actual
can literally
golf-
just pull stick it.
I feel like baseball
Yeah.
players have like that easy transition because they're. I guess you have the same mechanics like
For what, golf?
like a baseball bat, like when you swing a bat.
Golf.
I don't know.
People say
No.
that about hockey, but it's not true. Golf is its own thing. bro.
Golf, no.
And
It's
it's
all in the
hard as
hips.
shit. Golf's so hard to
Yeah,
be
it's in
good
the
at
heads,
it.
but like think about golf. You're coming all the way down here and coming all the
Yeah.
way
It's
back.
all one-
Where baseball, you're just going
Yeah,
basically
you're
like
And you're supposed to keep your
it's like
like
you're cutting a tree.
you're supposed to keep. Apparently, when you drive, you're supposed to keep like your one arm straight, and I don't know how you're supposed to do that, and then like actually swing through. You know what I'm saying? Shit's fucking crazy.
Yeah, when I started, I played again. I mean, did you know anything about golf when you started there? I didn't know jack
No,
shit.
not really. I knew like a little bit. I took 2 golf lessons when I was 6 years old, and that's the one thing. Like, if I could say one thing to my parents that I was mad they took me out of, it was that. Because like it must be fun to be like 18, 19 and just dirty at golf. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you make bank.
Yeah. Like not only do you make
Dude,
bank,
even
like,
pro
doing it-
bowlers make good money.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm convinced, man. If I worked hard, bro, I could be a professional bowler.
You should just do
I'm
it every
good.
day.
Yeah, fuck baseball, basketball, all the common sports, just
Hey,
play
man,
bowling.
you kidding me?
I'm
It's like the
Yeah.
Philadelphia, like, I don't know, the red or something, man. I was
Yeah.
watching that Buffalo Wild Wings the other day. I was like, oh my god, that curve is unreal.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, dude. I would love to just do something cool.
There was
I,
a
like,
phase in high school with bowling. Oh my god.
I remember a lot of people were into it.
Yeah.
At one point, it was me and like some of the baseball guys, and we literally watched bowling in our math class and our stat class. It's like Brian, Johnny,
Miss
and
Whitaker's
me.
class.
I remember they used
Yeah,
to bowl.
yeah,
all
Oh
the
my
time.
god.
They were good.
Yeah.
they were good.
Dude, you know what's really good? Jeff's dad.
Like
Jeff
bowling.
Tilla's dad is like a I think he was
Jeff,
in
Jeff's probably pretty good at bowling.
probably yeah. But I remember Jeff's dad was in a magazine and I thought it was for like his contracting job or whatever. And
It's for bowling.
Jack was like, no, it was for bowling. Like,
Remember Manny's dad was on the Next Great Baker?
yeah, that was cool.
Yeah,
I
that
remember
was-
we
that
were
was
at
cool.
practice like sophomore
Shout out to
year,
Manny's dad.
and our coach goes, "Yo, Manny, when's your dad gonna bake us fat cake?" And I was like, "Oh shit."
Oh, no, he found him.
Damn.
Wait, was that Gore?
No, it was this other guy.
Stinson?
No, actually, remember Miss Williams?
Yeah.
Her brother,
Okay.
Ryan. What a guy.
Gore.
That's the one that plays pro, right?
No.
Who's Williams? Who's Williams? Is that the,
Financial aid.
Yeah, I thought you said a brother or probably a stepbrother.
No, her real brother. No, real brother. I don't know what he does.
Yeah.
Now.
I know
He
he
played
was.
for Rowan at one point.
After
Rowan's
baseball?
good.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
got
good. They're a
players.
good like
We got
D3
some-
team, right?
Yeah. I think they're nationally ranked for Division 3. They could probably be. Honestly, give it a couple of years, man. Rowan's gonna be D1.
Did that Cumberland team win like the JUCO?
Yeah, the national
Championship?
Yeah.
So that's like a lot of teams, right? Like that's like all a bunch
Yeah,
of junior
like
colleges.
RCGC. Yeah, there's a decent amount. Let's talk about Nick Yoder, man. He got drafted.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, that's
shout out to Nick
unreal,
Yoder.
man.
Yeah.
Kid struck me out like freshman, sophomore, junior, senior year, man.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
crazy.
Man.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Shout out to him, yeah.
and
That's
then
just
now he's
so
going
crazy.
to Coastal.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
I remember he was like 6'2" in like 7th grade.
Really, everyone's
Yeah.
like,
Hey, Nick.
everyone's like, hey, what's
Hey,
up?
what's up, Yoder? Like, looking up.
Because I
He was
basically
cool as shit,
played
though.
baseball with him when I was younger.
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'd always be like, yo, Nick, what's up, man?
How tall is he?
Now I have no idea. I haven't talked to him in a while.
Yeah, like he was probably the most chill person though on the baseball team. Like he even killed, like never really.
He just did his own thing.
He was just
man.
quiet. I mean,
Didn't
I was
bother
cool
Think
with
about
him.
it, bro. He did his own thing, especially end of junior year, going into senior year. He like, I guess he knew like, yo, I really got a chance. Like he's got the height, he's
Yeah.
got the mechanics. Like, if he worked hard enough, like yeah, he got drafted. See what happens.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
think of Scafidi, bro. Like he won, I think it was a pitcher of the year, or player of the year for Ivy League or whatever. I don't know the exact like award, but like, the kid's probably gonna get drafted once he graduates.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, he's got the talent.
Let's see, he's still playing. He's a very well-rounded person too.
Yeah, and he knows, you know, his priorities and everything.
Yeah, yeah. And he's going to Penn. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think his older brother. I don't know if you know. I think it's the middle brother. Doesn't he play basketball overseas?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I think he just signed another
Yeah.
contract or something. But I haven't talked to those guys in forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Understood.
They
Their
were
dad,
like
their
the
dad was
class
a
you.
cool guy.
Yeah, no, for sure.
FRC's on.
Same with like the grade above, like baseball wise, like Calabrese, Russo, Bishop. Like I haven't talked to any of them. I think the last time I talked to Calabrese, we were working at the liquor store together one day.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, I was like, all right, I'll see you next time. And like, I didn't see him
yeah.
since then. Bless you.
Yeah. Bless you, Dante.
I know Colin. I think he should be doing good in baseball at school. And
Yeah.
Russo, who knows, man.
Yeah, yeah. I always kind of knew who those guys were. I knew who Mike Calabrese was a little bit more.
Yeah.
But like everybody, I remember the first time I met him. Our good friend Bryn, shout out to Bryn. She brought him to like Matt. I don't know, it was Stooky's house or Mike
Was it
Kelly's
Mike,
house.
It was Mike Kelly. Oh
Mike
my
Kelly's
god,
old
I
house?
remember that.
Yeah, and we were just being goofballs and shit. Like
Didn't
like-
Stooky call like suicide hotline or something?
yeah, we were like 13, 14.
That was
That's what
so
you.
fucked up, dude.
That's what you did when you were like 13.
Mike,
It was
Mike
fucked
Kelly,
up.
Mike Kelly has the highest pitched voice out of all of us. He's like pretending to be our dad. He's like,
Yeah.
sorry, my kid didn't mean to call you guys.
Yeah, we're like Mike, pretend to be our dad. And then we forgot like Mike's.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, he's like with the highest pitched voice.
Yeah,
Mike's
Kelly-
watching this
Mike-
right now.
Mike
He's
Kelly-
punching his
Yeah, what's
computer.
up, Mike
Yeah.
Kelly? That's my guy.
But yeah.
Tennis team star. The tennis team was.
Dude,
so
I would
mean.
play, if tennis wasn't during baseball season, I would totally play tennis. I would just mess
For-
around the
for
whole
Wonder-
entire
yeah.
time.
Just
Yeah.
mess with Wonderland.
Yeah,
Wonderland
that's
home
why
run
me
derby.
and Jack joined. Me and Jack joined freshman year to just fuck with Oberg, and then we realized all these other people were doing it that we knew from like middle school,
Yeah.
and like, it was like,
Even the upperclassmen were pretty funny though. Like
Yeah, everybody was
nobody
funny.
cared, dude.
yeah, it was funny as shit.
I just don't like how like you guys basically ref your own game.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
weird.
I mean, Jeff used to just like the ball would be like inside the line. He'd call it out of bounds and he'd get the point.
Jeff was like, yes. Like, he was so crazy.
That's why like when I heard
Everybody
Jeff was like
hated him.
really good, I was like, yo, is Jeff really good?
It's like-
I
he
knew it
seems
wasn't Gabe
dude.
good.
Gabe. Yeah,
Gabe
was-
Velasquez played every single day, man. Like he didn't even start playing until junior year. Like he didn't. He didn't know anything about tennis. Like I was his partner, but he just like played every single day.
He just got
Absolutely
better,
loved it,
yeah.
and he was on varsity senior year.
Yeah, yeah. He was playing
He
first
always had
singles.
weird talents.
I know he's good at driving.
Yeah.
Or like getting a new car like every 3 weeks.
Well,
I remember
think
that he
I
used
think
to have a Mini
builds them
Cooper.
up. Yeah,
When we were in high school, it was cool
I
as
think he
shit.
just builds them up and sells them. I mean, if
Actually,
you
he had a
could do that-
Mazda before that.
Yeah,
I remember
yeah.
his
And then he had the
Mazda.
Mini Cooper.
Mini Cooper's nice.
I don't know what he's doing. I see him on like.
Oh,
I think he works in
sparring.
like Philly somewhere.
Yeah, I forget. I think Jack
I
told me
think he
where.
works in the Marriott.
Yeah.
He could probably just work on cars, bro. He'd probably
Yeah, he'd
become
be
a
so
mechanic.
good.
My boy
Yeah.
Austin did it, bro. He didn't go to
Yeah.
school or anything, like college, and he went into
Yeah.
Toyota, got a job there, and now he's a mechanic.
I remember. I forgot what. You remember Gabe Fuller?
Yeah.
I forgot what kind of car he's driving now. It's got
Yeah.
like gold rims or.
a lot
well,
of people are like
yeah.
that. My boy Ricky Boudelier, you know Rick. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
His car, literally, I remember when he first got it. I saw him because I'd go past his house towards the gym,
Yeah, yeah.
like cut through, and literally his stick for his stick shift was sticking, like he couldn't even shift gears, and I was like, Jesus. And now it's like souped up. It looks so good.
Yeah, yeah.
See, but I can't like, I would never get one of those cars just because the area I'm in. So like, King of Prussia, you're literally in the woods
In-
most of the time.
Yeah.
So the streets are like that. Even when I had my Grand Cherokee and I had like wheel spacers on it, like
Yeah,
my
yeah.
wheel was over the line.
Yeah, yeah.
Now I drive like a Ford Escape. So
Yeah, I don't like manual transmissions just because of the traffic. Like, I mean, I used to drive them a little bit at one of
Yeah.
my old jobs. I was never really that good at driving it on the road, but I feel like it's not hard to learn. But like, I hear it's such a pain in the ass when you're driving in traffic. Like, you know
Dude,
what
when
I
I
mean?
used to when
Yeah,
like
driving
I
stick.
valet and stuff, bro. Even then, like just getting stick and you're literally moving at like 15 feet, bro, and you gotta back in the spots. And
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
Just like, alright.
Yeah, that's what
I'm just like, if I stall when I pull up to back in, I stall, and then I'll just turn the car
Yeah.
back on. And like, but it's like, it's one thing at like my old job, because I was just in like a car lot, like a car yard. So like, it was just cars going to auctions and shit like that. But like, if you're like, somebody gives you their nice ass car and then they watch you park it and you stall it, they're like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? Yeah,
Sure, fuck that.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I can never drive stick. That's
Yeah,
probably
well, it's starting to go away more and more. The good thing about it is that if your car gets jacked
Yeah.
and somebody doesn't know how to drive it,
Yep.
helps a little bit. I
electric
guess.
cars.
Yeah, electric cars
That's
are the
good
future,
stuff.
man.
I want one, dude.
It's gonna be weird when we're like old and like we're going to places that with like gas stations.
Can you imagine if
But-
Tesla, like, it could happen, like, a new company comes out, makes new electric cars, and, like, Teslas are, like, the cheap cars for us?
Yeah,
Can you imagine that? Like,
they
that's
came up with
crazy.
like elite,
'Cause,
yeah,
like,
like elite
that-
electric
growing
cars.
up, it's like, yo, if you have a Tesla, like, you're pretty legit. You probably make bank.
Yeah,
I know. And Tesla doesn't even just do cars. I mean, they're doing like SpaceX shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
Once
All
we're
that-
50, Tesla's
I mean,
gonna be
Elon
like
Musk
Hyundai.
is just
I have a Hyundai now.
he's just doing everything.
Yeah, true. I think he puts more time into Tesla. I think that's like
Oh,
his
yeah,
main
that's
source of
his-
income. But yeah, SpaceX would be crazy.
The problem is now is that there's, even with people with Teslas, like, where are you going to charge your car? I've never seen one around here. The only
Yeah.
one I know.
Carvalho.
Where?
Carvalho has one.
Yeah, but
I think
like
they
at
have
his
home
house.
things. A lot of them.
Well, yeah, but like let's say
So like
you're
when you're
going
out,
bro.
yeah.
Like, the closest one I know here, bro, that I've ever seen is literally King of Prussia Mall, and maybe Cherry Hill Mall has one.
I would carry like a charged battery,
Yeah.
like just for emergencies.
They gotta make ones that are rechargeable over time. Like you let it park, and it
Dude.
just recharges on its
No,
own.
So what about a
Yeah.
solar powered
Yeah,
car?
we're a solar powered
Yeah.
car.
There are charging stations. I know there are some gas stations that have charging stations for.
For electric.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty.
but
Yeah, it's,
their mileage sucks,
yeah, it's,
Really?
bro. Yeah.
there's
like,
room to grow, but yeah.
Yeah, like
as
there's
right
a,
now
they're,
it's
they're gonna improve on it
only
because it's
15
still like
miles.
new to us. Yeah, it's only like a regular like 15 miles to the gallon, like so 15 miles to
To the whatever.
power.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro.
But you're not using any gas. That's the big thing, man. Like,
Yeah,
But I mean,
Well, can electric cars also be run by gas technically? If
I
as
know
an
some of
alternative?
I
Like a
know
lot of
some of them
hybrids.
do. So like it's like a backup resource.
Yeah, the hybrids do that.
well, I think the hybrids are just like gas vehicles, and then electric is like another.
I
is
hate
another
electric.
function.
Even when I used to drive Teslas for valet, like I would never know if they were on or not. Cause I was so used to having the Jeep and like I turn it on and like
Hearing-
the whole neighborhood hears and they're like, oh, there's
Yeah.
Ghost Cutter in his Jeep,
It's like
and I'm like,
you,
yeah.
you
Yeah,
tap
yeah.
the gas and then you're just like going 80 miles an hour
Yeah, yeah.
on a Tesla. Oh, I crashed.
That was like I drove my like stepbrother's BMW one time back from like a detail shop, and like it was like it was like a motor powered car. It wasn't an electric car, but it was just so quiet, and there was like a hologram in the front like
Yeah.
showing me like, the speed and
limit,
shit.
yeah.
and I was like, what the fuck?
They
is
have
going
that in,
on? Like I'm in a
The
little
new
spaceship,
Chevy
like,
Camaros. The new
I
Chevy
Yeah.
saw
Camaros
those.
have
Those
them.
are nice.
that's pretty dope.
Dude, it's crazy. When like even when I valet, dude, I had this like so obviously King of Prussia is like a big area of like decent
Yeah.
money. Bro, I was working this a grad party, and like for grad parties we get paid better money and good tips. This 16-year-old or 17-year-old pulls up a Chevy Camaro, the new ones, goes, tosses me the keys and goes, don't do anything stupid. And I go, yeah, all right, you're probably gonna tip me good, you know? Comes out, bro. This kid hands me $100 bill, and I'm like, all right, whatever. He
Bet.
goes,
He was just like
"Thanks,
some
buddy."
rich kid, like
Yeah, I was like, going to this graduation party where like everyone there is wearing like,
just trying to flex.
yeah, the
What
girls
if
are
you-
wearing like sundresses, like
yeah,
it was like, you know, the guys were wearing your basic, all right, let me wear like,
a suit.
no,
or-
it was like a nice shirt, nice shorts,
Yeah, yeah.
and like Sperry's.
You gotta do it to him, man.
oh, just dudes like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then
My
but this
dad's got
kid
this one,
comes
like-
out, he goes, he's got Jordans on, he's got Gucci belt on, a Gucci shirt. He's got like a Supreme like fanny pack, and I'm like, all right, bro. Like, you look dumb. I think that
Yeah.
stuff's so dumb.
Yeah, yeah. It's just like, it's just so like, people like that are looking for like the most attention. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like you can just wear
Like,
nice.
don't get me wrong. I'd love to have a company like that.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, a car company.
Like
No.
like a streetwear brand
Oh,
or
oh,
something.
yeah.
Even a car company.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
I like
actually,
lost
yeah.
track what we were talking
But like,
about.
but like, I don't want to like, I don't want
This
people to
shit
try
just
to
popping up.
flex. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Fuck that. Like it's just. Yeah, it's just strange, and especially because I feel like a lot of the people that try to do it don't actually have the money to back it up. Either their dad has it or something, or
Or they
like
just
they're
don't
just
have
like they just buy shit and act like they have it, and they don't
Some
really
people,
have it. You
some
know
kids
what I'm saying?
grow
Like,
up. Dude, the worst is some kids grow up with money handed to them, and then they get to like our age now. Where
Yeah.
it's like, all right, like
They don't know how to take care of
shit.
themselves.
Like I gotta get a job or something. Like how do I get a job? Like
yeah,
I have no experience in any of that. Like my one boy, he basically had one job. It was last year, and he's about 21 now, turning 22 like next month.
yeah, yeah,
And he was like, his dad passed away like maybe when he was like 3, but he left him like a boatload of money. Like he was a vet, and they had all this money saved up for him, and like he just actually reached 0 in the count,
yeah,
which is
yeah.
good. Like 21 years is good, right?
Yeah,
But like he kept buying cars for no reason. Like he would buy a car, it'd get destroyed somehow. Then he would keep that one, buy another one, and
Yeah,
he bought
there's
like
no
he went from
insurance.
like a Dodge to like an RX-8, and now he's got an Audi A8. And I'm like,
yeah.
why
I
you
got
keep
you.
spending your money, bro? Like I was like, your RX-8 is fine. You just need like a fixed bumper.
Does he have a
'cause,
car payment, or is it just
no,
like
he bought it completely.
he's just
Oh,
buying it
okay,
like
so he's
up
not-
front?
Yeah. And I'm just like, all right, man. Like, you should probably get a job and like claims to apply to these places.
Where's he
but-
getting his cash from?
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't do that.
If he doesn't have a job, like I mean, I don't want to like be
Yeah.
intrusive. Yeah.
Yeah, no, like I don't want to be the guy to ask him. But
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Obviously.
He's
yeah.
obviously he doesn't know about this, so like
Yeah,
he's
exactly.
not gonna hear this. But like
Yeah, exactly.
even if he did something like, let me go work at Walmart again, like that's where he worked at first,
Yeah.
or like Aldi, and I told him like I get you a job working with me, like it's an easy job, we carpool, like you
Yeah.
live right near me, so.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
there's always gonna be kids like that, and then they grow up and they're like, damn, like mommy and daddy ain't giving me no more money.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
what am I supposed to do?
They don't-
Work?
They don't understand
Yeah,
the value of
yeah.
a dollar.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, it is important to learn that when you're young.
I see
I
kids.
feel like if you
bro,
don't, it's a weird trade-off because like I feel like the kids who get a lot of money handed to them and they don't decide to break out of that lifestyle,
Yeah.
like I feel like in a way they'll always be able to have money, but it's just like there's no independence there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Can you imagine if you at least saved like, you spend you get like let's say $1,000 a year, bro, from your parents.
Yeah.
Imagine saving at least like 500 of that. a year.
Yeah, yeah.
How much money you would save up?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
for when you're at like our age, where it's like, all right, like I'm almost out of college. If you're going to college, like I can start looking for another job, a place for me. Like you can
Yeah,
do
yeah.
so much with that little amount of money.
Yeah, yeah. It's really important to learn how to stretch a dollar.
Bro, I
too,
see kids
you know
that will
what I'm
get change, and they'll like throw it in the trash or just throw it on the
What the
ground.
fuck?
saying? Yeah.
And like
I keep
even
all
at
my
my
change
job,
in my
yeah.
cup, bro.
Yeah.
literally, like I have one. I literally went out and purchased one of the coin counters. Like it's a jar. You put the coin in it, tells you what coin it is, and it adds it all up
Yeah, it
for
gives
you.
you in cash.
Yeah, like
Oh, that's dope. I should get one of those.
yeah, literally like just by working. Like every time I find like a penny on the ground, like,
Anytime I
I'm
see
picking
shit,
it
I
up.
just pick it up, yeah.
Like
If I'm at work and people say keep the change, I like balance out the register. I keep the change.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
they're not
that's what I
saying they're
do.
not saying for the business to keep the change. Like fuck that. You're gonna fuck up my register. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
No, like
I'll keep the change then.
yeah. I'm the one doing the work. I'm the one. You know what I mean?
that's why when I used to work at a liquor store,
Operating the business.
like when they said keep the change,
to-
like we put it in a cup.
Yeah.
And then at the end, like, if someone needed like a quarter, let's say it was like $2.25 for some, and they didn't have a quarter, and they only have like $5 bill,
Yeah.
they would hand me
yeah.
$5, and I would just put the quarter in.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's their money. So
Yeah.
this is unreal.
Damn. Do you remember those machines you could put like a penny in and you crank it
Disney World, bro.
Yeah.
Disney World,
And
literally.
you get
I
one
know
of those
exactly what
fucking
you're
oval
talking
things. I saw one of those at the Camden Aquarium. You see those shits all over the place.
Yeah.
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 Dude, I actually crazy about Camden Aquarium that you brought it up. I'm working with this one guy. He used to work at the aquarium. He worked our prom. He was one of the cooks, man.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, that's crazy because the food was awful.
Yeah.
I go, I didn't really like it. And he goes, yeah, well, it happens.
Yeah.
I was
yeah.
like, all right.
It's cool to work at the aquarium if you're working an exhibit.
At the actually,
Yeah.
exhibit. Now, if you're in the back working a high school prom, cooking their food.
Yeah. I wonder if like all those people that work like when like you walk by and you see the sharks and like the little sharks that you're supposed to touch and the lady's like doing the whole thing on the microphone. I wonder if those people have like biology degrees or if they're just like people they get that are charismatic that just work there and they just because they usually it seems like they're telling you a lot of facts about the sharks, but I feel like anybody could read a script.
Yeah,
You know
And
what
they
I'm saying?
memorize it.
Yeah. You know what they have there? It's really cool that they didn't have there the last time I went. Shark Bridge, where you can walk above like the big tank
Yeah.
and like this like bridge
And
type
just see
thing.
what's underneath.
It's pretty dope. Yeah. Yeah, I always enjoy the aquarium.
trying to go to a zoo, man.
Yeah.
I haven't been to a zoo in literally like
Since I was a kid.
since I was
Yeah.
like 8.
Probably some
Cape- the
elementary
Cape
school
May
field
Zoo.
trip or some shit.
Yeah, I know
The
it's-
Cape May Zoo's free, man,
Yeah.
and it's dope
A
there.
couple of my boys live down
Philadelphia
there.
Zoo's kind of cool.
I went to.
Yeah.
I went
They
to
work at the Cape May Zoo.
Well, they live around the corner. The one kid does. He literally just cleans up, gets good money.
Yeah, yeah.
But other than that, like, they
It's-
go in all the time. Like
It's
every
funny
other
because they're
day.
free, like to get
Yeah.
in. It's like I wonder where they make their money from, like if it's from taxes or.
They
if it's
sell
from-
drinks and stuff.
Yeah, they do sell a lot of merchandise and stuff like that. They have a
And
cafe,
usually-
they have a big cafe there, a big gift
Yeah.
shop. True. What does it pay over there?
Janitor, he gets paid 12 an hour.
That's pretty good.
So, but there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
So, and it's literally just like, all right, here's a pathway, sweep it up.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, if there's leaves everywhere, like leaf blow.
Yeah, yeah.
They get power washers out. They power wash the ground. Like, it's easy stuff.
Just shit like that. Because there's not that much to clean because it's all just like
Yeah.
animal enclosures
Yeah.
and like.
They have
the-
certain
and,
people
like,
for
the
to
woods.
clean up actual animal
Yeah,
exposures.
yeah. Damn. I haven't been to the Philadelphia Zoo in a long time. I can't remember what kind of shit they have there.
I know now. So they actually do this beer fest thing. where My
Really?
parents go. Yeah. So it's literally
Yeah.
like most of the parks open. There's just a bunch of stands of different IPAs. You have your Miller, Coors, like Yingling, stuff
Shit
like that.
yeah.
And you just walk around. You get a bracelet. It's like $15. You get any beer you want. Like it's like taste testing.
Yeah, yeah.
so
that's
the
pretty
cups
cool.
are like that big, and I'm just like, yeah, might as well go. Like,
Just walking around getting fucking hammered.
and they have like the lions up top now. It's like
Yeah,
cages
yeah.
to walk. Like that's dope, but
Yeah.
so expensive, bro. It's unreal.
How much does it cost to get into like the zoo? Do you know how much it costs to get in like that zoo on a normal like zoo day?
I have no idea,
Oh,
but it's got to
it was
be.
about- when I went there like 2 years ago, it was like $26.
But
Fuck
it's
that
still
shit.
a lot, bro.
Yeah.
But then again, like going to see a movie is like $17 now.
Yeah, 2 people, you go to see a movie, it's
Oh my
like 30.
It's so
That's why I go.
ridiculous.
If you go to Cinemark Tuesday, it's $5 movies, bro. And
Really?
that's when it's
I remember-
literally
I remember
crazy.
I did that.
Tuesday on Top Golf on Tuesday
Half
is
off.
half off. I was gonna go to Top Golf tomorrow, but I realized it was half off. But you know what?
Dave
If
and
you go to Dave and Buster's on Wednesdays, every game is half off. So it's like another cool thing.
Damn, see, I would do that, bro. I haven't been to Dave and Buster's either, bro. I haven't been to these places since I was young.
Must have dropped something. Let me take a look. Yeah. Or a cat or some shit. Damn. Yeah, I know. Dave and Buster's was always fun as shit. I always thought they had better games than like any other place you went. Like, yeah. Those places
A lot of
are.
places.
Yeah. I went to. You guys remember the Funplex?
Yeah.
I went there like literally a
Dude.
month ago, and like now they have like all these rides and like the back warehouse part and shit. Like remember they used to have this huge, just like go kart thing.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
they shortened the go kart track and put a bunch of like rides in and shit.
See, but you would go there for the go karts.
Yeah, true. They have like a big speedway somewhere.
Remember when Tilt Studio opened up in the Voorhees Mall?
No, what was that?
Dude, it was literally so the Voorhees Mall was like they had a miniature
Echelon
version.
Mall?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Voorhees now, but a miniature version of a Funplex with like 3 rides, a bowling alley, mini golf, and some games in a restaurant.
They have like laser tag or anything?
No, that's the only thing they didn't have was laser tag. Other
Yeah.
than that, it was like a mini funplex for like the cheap.
Yeah, because the Funplex was far, right? Wasn't it
Yeah,
like-
it's
Yeah,
like
it's
it's like in like Mount Laurel or Medford. It's fucking
Yeah.
far. Yeah, you guys ever been to Johnson's Farm?
Yeah.
That shit's far too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That shit's far as fuck. I used to go there when I was a little kid and shit. And I remember they have donuts there. There's like these apple cider donut. They fucking smack. So good. Like,
You
but
ever
I,
been to Dutch Wonderland?
nah,
Bro,
never.
Charles in like Lancaster. You would go on
Really?
the street and there'd be people in carriages, man, with their horses. You'd see like the Amish, and I'd be like, oh my god, where the hell are we?
Yeah.
Are like, do they have like people like at that type of place? Because you know how it's supposed to be like a Pennsylvania Dutch, like not like just the regular Amish, but you know how it's supposed to be people like acting out like scenes and
they
shit.
have people acting.
They have like a lot of employees like that.
Yeah.
That must be a funny job when you can't break character.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
Literally.
That's like a Disney.
I would
remember-
hate to live over there. There's literally, besides that, there's nothing to do.
Yeah.
It's a lot of Amish people. Or
That sounds lit.
what's the other people? They're basically Amish, but they use
Quakers.
That was it, crazy,
is it they use electricity?
They're probably just like. They're probably just like Amish people that just decided like,
Use
why can't we just
electricity.
use this shit?
but I
Everybody
think
else
there's
has
a
this
name.
shit.
I'm pretty sure there's a name for it. I just can't remember it.
I don't know.
I
I was-
I don't know.
I was gonna say like.
Quakers.
I remember in Disney, a bunch of people that like were on the street acting like they were like characters. We got them to break character like a lot. like,
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember going to Disney Springs, and I saw Woody from Toy Story.
yeah,
If you say Andy's coming, they drop. Did you know that?
really.
Yeah, if you say Andy's coming, they have to drop and fall to the ground.
So I was just following them all day.
Oh my
Say it'd
god.
be any Toy Story character. If you say Andy's coming, they just go.
Yeah, if I was in that,
Onto,
I'm
like,
just-
the
I'm just,
concrete
ru-
and stuff?
Yeah,
I'm just
bro.
rushing the kid who keeps saying
Crazy.
that. I'm like, all right, you're done.
I would just follow somebody around for like an hour, like Andy's coming, Andy's coming. Like just keep saying
Yeah,
it.
as soon as I get up, say Andy's coming.
There's so many weird characters. I remember we met these like weird like 50s dudes, and we were like, does anybody tell you look like Joe Pesci? And he was like, yeah, about like half the time.
Yeah,
Like,
I remember that.
yeah. And then like I remember there were just a lot of weird characters. Like when we were in the
Yeah,
Shrek
for sure.
exhibit or the Shrek part, there were like these weird like Shrek characters and shit. Like I remember we saw the guy that was
The
playing
SWAT
Shrek
man.
and we
Me,
bothered the
it was
shit
always
out of
me,
him.
Dante, Ryan, and Joyce.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was crazy. Dill slept in our room, and Dill would be the first one knocked out. Like
Oh, yeah.
we'd get back to the room, and Dill would already be in there sleeping. And we'd be like, Dill, what are you doing? He goes, man, big day tomorrow. Come on, get to sleep. And I was just like,
Dude, he's the man.
and I ended up having to share a bed
out-
with him,
he's
and
out
he just
saving the-
didn't stop snoring. And I'm like, oh my god.
Dylan's out saving the world right now.
Yeah, dude.
Him and
fucking-
McEwen.
Yeah, I forgot about McEwen.
Dill's on his blades, and McEwen's on his
Yeah.
bike.
Yeah,
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 and McEwen's doing backflips.
Rob Silvano's
Yeah,
got
shout out to
that
John
giant
McEwen.
motorcycle.
yeah.
I'm,
McEwen's
We
crazy
get a text
on
from
his
them.
bike.
Yo,
Yeah.
fuck off.
yeah, right. Like, let us live.
Dude, for like the longest time, I didn't realize that John McEwen is just this man who can just do backflips and
Bro,
shit.
I was with him the other day and Dill, and we were in Dill's basement, and some of Dill's frat boys are there, and they're just trying out the VR and playing like Smash,
Yeah, yeah.
and he's got this wheelchair in there. And McEwen goes, hold up, I gotta beat my record of a wheelie 3 minutes, and he's there for 5 minutes holding a wheelie in a wheelchair. I'm like, dude, what is
Like
your problem?
stationary.
Yeah, I'm like, what is your problem?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? Like, why do you have that
What
talent?
inspires you to do this?
Yeah, literally.
I've seen him do like backflips like standing. I didn't know he could do that shit. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Have you ever?
That's
Do you
like
have
the
him on
most-
Snapchat?
Man, no, I don't think so.
So he been posting this thing, and it's like a mannequin, right, but with no head.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he has a shirt on there and a hat. And like 5 days ago, he said, "Day one, this person is just staring at me in his room." And every single day, he would move the mannequin closer and closer. And
Yeah.
then the last day was on top of him and goes, "Send help." And
yeah.
I'm like, "What is your problem?"
That's so funny. Shit, I remember. Yeah, we used to bike at like vets all the time and shit.
Oh my god, dude!
With, like
Everyone.
Lander.
Land-
Lander goes to Cabrini, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Dude, he raps
You
there.
ever see him there?
I saw him a couple times. He pulls up in his Mustang, and I'm like, "Yo, do you even live
Or
on
his-
campus, bro? Where do
yeah.
you live?"
Yeah, what do you
Dodge.
do with your life?
He goes home and comes back
Every
Dude.
day.
like a lot. Yeah.
Dude, he's a savage.
I know the one
I think
time-
but he has a dorm room there, but he goes home all the time. You know what
Probably
I
stays there during the weekdays then.
mean? Yeah, yeah.
But I remember the one time. So we have this place called well, it's now called Crush. It was a place called Jasmine Sandel's. Like Sandel sold like burrito bowls and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Anything flatbread, too. And Jasmine's was like coffee shop, salads, stuff like that. And I walk in the one day and I'm like, all right, like got 30 minutes. Let me grab a salad for class. And all I see is him and like 10 people around him, and he's rapping. And I'm like, huh, used to ride scooters with that kid when I was like 9.
Yeah.
And I was just
Dude.
cracking up.
Dude, he's crazy. Remember he used to bike around like around vets.
Yeah,
And,
wasn't him and Jack always fish?
Yeah. I used to
And
fish
Jeff.
with them too. That's how we
Yeah,
met him.
Jeff.
Me and Jack were fishing one time, and we met him at Valley Brook when we were in like 7th grade. And then we met this kid Jake Corbell. You know who that is? Yeah, we met Jake through him too. We just used to fish all the time. I remember we played airsoft for a while. We used to go back in these mulch fields near like Jake's house and like play fucking airsoft. And like Jeff used to just shoot everybody like whenever, even when we weren't playing, you just shoot somebody.
Yeah.
So one time he just shot me in the back, and I was like, what the fuck? And I had this gun that was like a shotgun, and it had like a it was like an automatic gun, and it had a semi-automatic, and then it had a shotgun attachment like underneath. And I like lit Jeff up with like the automatic part because he fucking shot me, and he was like crying like ow. and then I'm about to stop shooting him, and Jack was like, shoot him with the shotgun attachment. And I went and cocked it, and I went to shoot him in the back, and he turned around, and I shot him in the neck, like in his neck, and he started freaking out,
Jack
crying.
is Satan.
Yeah.
Wait, so what was that thing you were telling me about Jack at the BB&T? He was arguing with the security guard.
Oh, Jack went in on the security guard. We had to get in there for work, and the cops always let us in there. It's the security guards who think that they like have authority that give us shit, and like we're like cleanup crew. We gotta get in for work. He's like, you can't go that way. You guys come this way every night. And Jack was like, we come here every night because it's the easy way to go. Like, you have the easy job. Just let us in. Like just like going in on him and shit. He was like, you have the easy job. I gotta clean this shit up. And the guy was like all fucking mad. And then he was like, all right, you can go. Like, and just like let us
That's
through.
such a fact. That you guys have one of the hardest jobs because that place gets destroyed.
Yeah, like country concerts, we pick that
Oh,
all
yeah,
up by
but you gotta
hand. There's
clean up.
sweepers that come in, but basically we pick it
Oh, you
all
gotta
up by
clean
hand.
up Wiz, right?
Yeah.
No, I was at Wiz.
Yeah.
Wiz wasn't that
My
bad.
boy, so were you inside during Wiz?
Well, it was after Wiz,
Oh,
and it was
well,
outside.
So he was throwing out these inflatable joints, right? Sponsored by Raw.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
boy was in the pit. He caught one, got like deflated it, then saw Chevy Woods, Wiz, and French Montana and Fat Boy, because Fat Boy was there. Got it signed by all of them. Sold it at $9,000 on eBay.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
was like,
crazy.
I don't know why he did that. I would totally.
Where'd he
take
see
it.
them? Like backstage or something?
He was he literally waited outside, and they saw him get in the bus.
Yeah, yeah.
And they were just like, yo, Wiz, and they came over because they were the only ones there.
That's sick.
Yeah.
They were there
yeah.
till like 3 a.m. waiting.
That's crazy. It's a good paycheck, though.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying?
For something
Yeah.
you caught at like a $65 concert,
Yeah. Make a good profit.
and you had the opportunity to meet Wiz Khalifa.
Yeah, that's dope.
Wiz
too.
had me dying because they showed Philly because there was like a marijuana bus like I think it was like a year and a half ago,
Yeah, yeah.
and they showed it on the screen in BB&T, and they ended it, and all you hear is Wiz go ha ha ha, and then he comes out and it's just fucking smoking like 10 J's, man. He starts handing them out to people.
Yeah,
I start
yeah.
crying. I was like, oh my god.
He's got so much weed. Like, he's got the access
Snoop
to so
Dogg,
much fucking
Wiz.
weed.
Snoop and Wiz. Oh my god.
Yeah. Snoop and Wiz go to high. Remember that
Yeah.
movie?
Yeah.
Mac and Devin
Mac
go to
and
high
Devin
school.
Go to high
Yeah.
school. Yeah, that shit was funny as shit.
What was Snoop talking like a 30-year-old sophomore?
Dude, you're like, somebody's like, I want to smoke weed for the first time. You're like, all right. And you roll a joint. You put on Mac and
With
Devin
Snoop
go to high
Dogg.
school.
Yeah.
And they're like, what the fuck is this? Like, I remember the first time I watched that, there was like a,
Every
an
girlfriend I
animated
had in
joint.
middle school, I would watch that movie with because I thought I was badass.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, what is this? Like,
This
like,
will
what-
show them
yeah, like, what the fuck
what
is
I'm all
The
about.
first time I watched it, I was like, this is cool, but like, what the fuck is this? Like,
Yeah.
Because anytime someone breathes, speaks, talks,
yeah.
take a hit.
Fucking baked as shit.
I can't wait for Rick and Morty season 4.
Yeah, it comes out in November.
Yeah, me
Patiently
too.
waiting.
Did you guys watch Stranger Things?
Yeah.
Nah.
Did
not
you?
yet.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last one I watched.
I know.
Yeah, I hope they don't come out with more 13 Reasons Why.
There
That
is
shit
one
is-
more.
Oh
that
my.
shit is so
I
trash.
know there's
How
one.
many times is she gonna die?
Yeah.
That's what like you
Yeah,
follow
that should
the, you
be
follow the
loud.
hood priest on Instagram. Like, how many times is she gonna die? Like, they were like, her ass isn't even
Well,
fat.
season 2 ended with the kid bringing a gun to school, and what's his face grabs the gun, and he's
He's like, no,
"Oh,
don't do
shit."
it. He's like, no, don't do it. He's like, okay. Yeah, and then
I think
oh,
Stranger.
yeah, Clay. I forgot Clay grabbed the gun, and they
They-
all
yeah,
like.
I think they gave Stranger Things shit because they had cigarettes out in scenes.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, but this guy can take a, what was it, a plunger or something to you know, the rear
Yeah.
end.
Yeah.
13 Reasons Why.
Do you
shit.
know Stranger Things was supposed to have like another 3 seasons? Now it's only 1 more.
Really?
Yeah, because the kids grew up too fast.
Oh, that's.
Yeah.
They're blaming it on Millie Brown, the girl that plays 11, because she
Yeah.
took the part in Godzilla.
Oh.
Really?
And made so when she took the part in Godzilla, that
Drake-
ruined 2 seasons of film.
Man, Drake, you know Drake's thinking.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
hype. Oh, he a nut.
Damn.
Drake's like, damn, Kawhi really left.
Well, everybody else grew up too. So like, what's the difference? Like, what are they just gonna stop doing the show?
Yeah, I think next season's gonna be the last season, and they'll probably do a sequel. Or something.
Hopper.
Yeah. That's dope though. I would definitely take the movie deal. Like, why not? You know what I mean?
Oh,
Stranger
you're making
Things-
so much more money.
And
Yeah.
It's a
she's just
Godzilla
kid. I mean,
movie.
imagine when she's older and
It's a Godzilla movie, and I'm not like into Godzilla.
Drake hits
but,
her up?
like,
yeah, that. And
Drake, was she the one who said it? She's like, me and Drake text on the phone regularly or something.
Yeah.
dude,
Like-
Drake. Is,
That's weird as fuck.
he still hits
bro.
up Kawhi and Kawhi doesn't respond back.
Kawhi goes, hey Drake, sorry,
I'm a
but
fun guy.
LA man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a lot of alcohol.
Drake texts him, what it do, baby?
Kawhi's like,
Kawhi blocks his number.
I mean,
Kawhi's like, it's gonna be a fun night. We're gonna play some Monopoly, eat some desserts,
go
drink
to
some
bed.
alcohol.
I'm gonna go to bed
Yeah.
at a reasonable time.
Yeah. Damn.
Like Kawhi, you just won the championship. What are you gonna do now? I'm probably gonna go to bed after this. Get up, go to like the diner with my family.
They're like, Nick Foles, what are you doing? You just won the Super Bowl.
Oh,
He's
I'm
like,
gonna go to
"I'm going
Wawa.
to Disney World.
Probably gonna
Wawa.
go to Wawa and
Wawa
then
first, then Disney World.
go. And then I go spend some time with my family.
Yeah. It's like when they have Peter on Family Guy and he's like the the Patriots player. He's like, he's like, I just want to thank God and I guess the devil too.
Tom Brady.
Because you know, God would be without the devil. God would be so bored he'd probably blow his brains out.
Dude, Seth MacFarlane is so funny, dude.
Yeah.
He's a goat.
I love how they oh my god, I forgot the one scene.
Which scene?
No, I can't bring it up.
Oh.
It's like,
Remember when they
yeah.
on that same Patriots episode when they do like they used to do like the dumbest shit just to like make people like wait.
Oh, when he's on the car commercial.
Yeah. Like Shapoopy. Do you remember
Yeah.
Shapoopy?
He's like,
Like when
at Wilkins Hondas and Subarus, we have Hondas and Subarus.
Yeah. Like all the Conway Twitty cutaways
Yeah.
and shit. Like how dumb was that shit? They just
They're
started,
just ripping everybody.
Yeah.
I really made fun of the Great Gatsby, and they were like, when the what was it, the one when Myrtle dies, and the guy's like, where am I gonna find a woman with a hotter name than Myrtle?
Yeah. Yeah, they had some crazy lines. It's like South Park. South Park makes fun of
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
everything.
about to say, I've been watching South Park again. Dude,
Yeah.
I think it was so funny. I was watching the Jersey Shore episode where they made Snooki like a rat, and she goes, must twerk. Dude, that had me dying.
Yeah.
bro. I was
Imagine,
literally crying.
imagine what all those people were thinking when those episodes came out about them. And
They
like
have that-
Snooki looks like a
yeah.
fucking like animal. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
not even like a human.
Have you
like,
seen the one episode where it was like Amazon and the kids go to the mall and all you see is everyone that works in the mall, they're like zombies and they're like hissing at them, bro? I started dying when I saw that. Too.
Yeah, yeah. It's so true though. Like
Yeah, literally.
I've gone to the mall here and there, like Deptford Mall, and it just gets deader and deader.
I haven't been to the Deptford Mall all summer, bro. I just
Yeah.
would, like,
Remember when everybody was like 14, they go to Deptford Mall and see Kid Friday.
Remember when the outlets open up? We go there and then nobody fucks with the outlets.
Yeah.
I never went there when it
That
opened.
was
When it
just
opened
sick.
up, I went there the first day to see if there was anything good. I walked out with nothing. I was like, all right, like. we'll
Yeah,
go
there's
to
just
the
like some
mall, bro."
restaurants. Yeah, it's like going to the mall except it's cold out and you gotta walk
Yeah,
The
around.
it's a
last
good
time
place
I
for,
was
like,
in the
Cali.
outlets was I went with my mom. We had to get my sister something for her birthday, and I literally went in GNC and I bought a bang, and I was like, all right,
Yeah.
see
yeah.
ya. Like that was it.
Yeah, yeah. They have some good like restaurants in that thing. I remember going there. I tried to do my Christmas shopping there, and I bought like one thing for my sister, and then I just got distracted and like.
See, since I'm close to King of Prussia Mall, I just do all my shopping in there.
Yeah, yeah. Dude, that's a crazy place. People get like human trafficked in there.
Bro,
It's
dude,
a huge mall.
I had so many things happen this year near me. Like, down the street from my school, one of the Wawas, like, we would go there sometimes, but we would go to a different Wawa usually.
Yeah.
Some guy walked in with an AK-47, killed this woman, like down the street from my school, because we went on lockdown. So you weren't allowed to
Yeah, I
leave
remember
campus.
that.
They shut all the gates.
Yeah, yeah.
Like they were like, all right, just stay in your dorms. Like they would have public safety at every entrance, and cops came near us too.
Yeah, yeah.
Someone like had a gun threat in the King of Prussia Mall, but like
We had a gun threat at Rowan about this car. It was a black Dodge
it was
Charger.
on Twitter. The
Yeah,
video.
and
I
these,
remember
they contained the wrong people. Like they detained the wrong people, and like
It was
we had
me.
to speak about. And 2 days later, they were like, "We're gonna have a safe space, like safety talk about this, cause like whatever." Like they got a gun call. You know what I mean? What if somebody had a gun and shot a bunch of people? Isn't
What
that
was,
exactly what we're trying to prevent?
What was the
Like,
last college that got shot up?
Just this shit happens. Like
Was it Ohio?
Could have been
I don't even
know.
remember, bro. But like even seeing that, dude, like
high school. It's
yeah,
fucked
you
up.
can't fuck around with a gun when you get like
Dude.
you can't
why,
fuck
I don't
around.
understand why people go to elementary schools and do it. What did those kids do to you?
Yeah,
they've
I
been
know,
they've
like-
been alive for like 6 or 7 years,
I
dude.
know,
Yeah.
like, I can't believe something so messed
that's
up.
just
in
somebody
your-
that's like so sick in the head they have to
Yeah.
do some type of terrible thing. Like
That's-
they know they're doing a terrible thing when they do
It's
it.
gonna cut.
Same with
Waiting
high
like
schools. I mean,
give it
same
a
with
couple years,
anything.
bro, and school security is gonna be 10 times more. Like we actually I know some schools now
Metal
um,
detectors.
they do. Yeah, I
You're
know
able
some
to
high
that?
schools near my area back at school. They do metal detectors, but they also have like. Remember how we would just lock the door for like lockdowns, and you would put like the green tag over the door. You would
Yeah.
just hide.
Highland had the worst security system like ever.
Yeah,
We
literally
were just
now.
lucky.
Now
nothing
it's like
happened.
at Cabrini, I know we have these things. You press a button, it's automatic lock. It puts these 2 metal poles in the ground,
Yeah.
and then you have to push all the desks up against the door.
That's crazy.
So, because we had one the one time, and I was like, "Oh my God, is this for real?"
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
they were like, "We don't know." So we literally had to shut the door, lock it, and then we have the long tables. Push all the long tables in front of it and throw the chairs on top. The room was a mess.
That's dope as shit though, because
Oh
it's
no,
like,
it was crazy because people are
probably
like
feel-
chucking their bags, and I'm like, "Oh, this laptop's expensive. I'm putting this in my bag. Go to a corner, drop it real nice." Everyone's like throwing chairs and desks, and I'm like,
piling their
Alright.
shit up at the door.
"Yeah."
Yeah, you gotta be careful, man.
Worse is when you're in the cafeteria there. Oh
you ever
my
seen
God.
any of that footage, like from shootings and shit?
Yeah. it's not
Heard it? It's so
Yeah.
crazy, man. And it's crazy to think, cause like the teachers, like being a teacher is such a noble job, cause like it's not necessarily a great job, and like it's just kind of like a middle of the road. Like you're not like, you know what I mean? You're a low profile person generally, but it's like you always. It's crazy that they have like the target on their backs. You know what I'm saying? Like they're in a place where that they have potential for that to happen.
And
s-
they gotta try to protect all those kids, especially like you think about it, you're in like an elementary. Those kids aren't gonna know what's going on.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
gonna think some of them are gonna think it's a joke, but like you gotta keep them quiet. And like say you don't keep them quiet, someone's at the door trying to knock down the door
Yeah.
to come in. Like that's scary.
Or imagine if you're in high school and you just have somebody in your like class that's so immature that he ends up getting
Yeah.
you killed.
And there was people in our high school that were like that.
yeah.
Except like when we knew it was a drill, like we were like, all right. But like if we knew it wasn't gonna be a drill, like, cause we would get a notification on our phone, like, oh shit, something just happened down the street.
Yeah, yeah.
probably gonna
People
go
like,
locked
yo,
in.
that's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
and then the fucking like you get shot. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? I don't know. Damn. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's weird. I haven't heard a lot about that lately, but I'm sure it happens every day.
Yeah,
Like
that's
every other
fine.
day.
I know there was talk about one time having teachers have guns in their desk or something.
A lot of people talk
But, like,
about that. Arming
uh,
teachers.
Now think about it, like, what if that teacher turns?
Yeah.
Exactly.
You just gave them
You
free
just gave
access.
every teacher. You just gave
You
every
gotta live with
teacher
that the rest of
in
your life,
the
then that
country a
could rest
gun,
on your
or every teacher in
conscience.
your state a gun. 10% maybe of them are gonna turn, or 1% or something. You know what I mean?
So is that possibility? It's a chance.
I said
there's.
there's so like you guys know from Highland we had the emergency button.
yeah.
I don't know why they just don't put one on every teacher's desk
Yeah.
or like the wall, like be
Yeah.
near like
a
your
wall.
desk be near the wall,
Yeah.
so you could just press it.
Then it immediately alerts authorities.
Soon they're probably gonna do every door and make it so like how they do at my school where it's like metal poles on the ground.
Yeah.
It's so much
yeah.
easier. You just press a button and it's like all right, like
Metal
boom.
poles in the ground, like they lift up, or what happens?
yeah. So like there'll be like double doors and you know you have the handle and then the push.
Yeah.
And there'd be 2 boxes like at the corners, right? And you would press a button and these 2 poles like go straight into the ground, like there's holes in there, and then they lock.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's just like you could try to break it open, but it's gonna take like
yeah.
hella strength.
What can people shoot through, I wonder? 'Cause I guess if you have any type of concrete cover, no one's shooting through that.
Yeah.
But like
yeah.
if you're like in front of the door, people can still shoot through a door. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
that's a fact.
Yeah, you just gotta be careful,
Scary.
man. Yeah. Damn, boys, it's been a pretty hefty one if you take the 2 parts and then the part in the middle that we missed.
We're recording, right?
Yeah, we still are.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Just
go.
wanted
We
to-
go.
thought I would ask.
The first part was about 33 minutes, and this part's at about like 50 minutes. Yeah,
See, why the first part seems so much longer? Than
I know. And then this part, well, probably because we spoke a bunch more too. Bet you this would have been a really long one, but it is what it is. I don't want them to be too long as it is. So, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Don, it was great hearing like 3 sentences out of you.
Right, I was fucking fried.
Yeah, it's all right, man. I mean,
I saw you ordering Wawa on your phone.
I was looking.
Oh.
it's important, you know.
Barbecue chicken
Yeah.
sandwich.
That's the cool thing
Thank
about
you.
Dante, because he might not talk much on the podcast. He does here and there, but like, say you don't talk much on the podcast, it's like the things that you do say people find more interesting. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh shit, Dante's talking.
Hey yo,
Like-
so you guys ever had
He talks.
veggie cream cheese?
Nah.
That's just fucking fire.
Really? Veggie
Yeah.
cream cheese? Does it
Yeah,
taste
I-
different?
Dude, I like
Bro,
strawberry
it
cream
tastes-
cheese,
it
man.
tastes fucking
Strawberry
fire.
cream
I
cheese is
get
low-key
that
slaps.
Does it
I-
taste
That thing
the
hit.
I
same
get that
as cream
shit from
cheese?
Wawa. That shit's fucking fire.
Does it taste the same as cream cheese or different?
It's like, well, I usually get my shit toasted, so like it'll taste like hot. But yo, the
Yeah.
taste is like mad different than I would get from like cream
Yeah.
cheese.
Yeah,
It's just
You
yeah.
fire.
get Dante. You hit up Einstein Bagels.
I'm about to make a
Rowan.
bagel after this shit.
Hey,
Oh,
that's a
yeah.
fact. I
You
want to go to
always
Wawa.
I always get breakfast
Yeah.
sandwiches from there, yo.
Yeah, they slap, right?
Yeah, they're fucking fire.
Einstein
Yeah,
slaps.
yeah. Damn. All right, boys. Episode 23 has been a success. Thanks everybody for coming.
Thanks for having
Cutter.
me.
Thanks for having
Yeah.
me.
Just
pleasure.
another,
Sean goes,
just
"I'll
another
be
week
here
in the
next
books.
week."
Yeah, all right. I'll be here next week and next one.
Yeah, yeah.
Next
next
one.
one.
All right,
Yeah,
everybody.
next one.
Peace out. Have a good day. You know, get after it. Fucking don't let anybody tell you what you can and can't do.
Listen.
Just fucking live life. Just make it, make it your own. Peace out. McAfee thing, pop up, and it's been making noise like the whole podcast probably.